Hey guys, Anthony here. I want to make a quick video discussing what I think happened with Lance Stewart and Lizzy Wurst's relationship, why it failed, and what I think could have prevented it. Hopefully, what I say in this video is helpful to someone. That's why I'm making it. Breakups are the most traumatic thing that I've ever been through in my life. So if I have advice or thoughts on something that can prevent someone else from going through that in the future, so that they could have healthy and stable relationships and not just give up on love altogether, that would be great. Yeah, I've had like my first relationship when I was 20, that lasted like a year, and for a year and a half after the breakup, like I was suicidal. I was in and out of psych wards, and I gave up on relationships for like 7 or 8 years after that, just because I didn't know what went wrong to make me want to expose myself to heartache and everything again. I didn't know what went wrong in the first place, so why would I do it again, not knowing uh, that the outcome's going to be different or whatever. So anyway, here's my thoughts on what happened. Basically, Lance works too much and didn't give Lizzy enough attention. Relationships require a lot of work. Relationships are about connection and being connected to each other, caring for each other's needs, working towards a common goal, stuff like that. That's what intimacy is about, and that's what keeps people together and all that, you know. So with Lance like working and having like waking up in the morning thinking about a video and going to the gym and thinking about like what he has to eat and then thinking about like all this stuff behind the scenes like sponsorships and managing money. I know like his mom helps manage his money and manages like a lot of stuff and whatever, but there's still like when you're an entrepreneur and run a business, there's still like so much on your mind that Lance didn't have enough time to devote to Lizzy. My thoughts on it is that with Lizzy and Anthony getting closer together, it's that she wasn't getting enough emotional security and her needs filled by Lance. So then she went off to someone else to have them met. This isn't like really any different. This is my thoughts and my theory on why people cheat. Even like men cheating on their wives because, or like going to the strip club because they don't get enough sex from their wife or whatever, like stuff like that. In my mind, like cheating, and I'm not saying like every single situation, but the situations that I see, it's couples not getting enough intimacy and closeness and connection with each other, that they seek it elsewhere. So obviously, the biggest solution to that is, well, devote more time to your relationship and go on dates. I think like Jordan Peterson recommends like an hour and a half per week, like dating and being close to each other, and then an hour a week solving problems and whatever comes up and talking about like finances and plans for the future and whatever is going on. I think that's like the bare minimum, and all that, like the hour of problem solving is could be like spread out towards a week, like whatever problems you have in the relationship and stuff like that. So just if you can, like I always have in my mind attention that I want to give to the girl or what can make her happy, and always have like conversations that I want to have and what I can say to her that will make her feel good and stuff like that. I'm just always thinking about that stuff, and that's what I think. If I continually do that, then that'll keep a happy and healthy relationship. The other thing that I found interesting is Lance talked in his one of his previous videos that his parents picked up on Lizzy and Anthony getting close together, and I don't know like what their tone was with that, what direction they took with that in addressing Lance about it and stuff. But the way that I would have done it, if her parents are picking up on something, then they should have went to Lance and been like, like, oh, Lizzy is getting closer to someone else, there's something wrong with your relationship, you should try to talk to Lizzy and see if it's solvable. uh, and maybe they did do that, maybe he did talk about it, I don't know. So like Lance's parents, Bruce and Nina, I believe their names are, they actually have, on camera it seems to be like, I don't know them personally, but on camera it seems that they have a great relationship. So like obviously you would want your children to have good relationships, great relationships. You would want uh, your children not to go through heartache and all that, and you would want your genes to be reproduced through your children having kids and all that, and then those kids seeing what a healthy relationship is like as well. So then those your grandkids and whatever can have kids and then continue on your generation and all that. So Nina and Bruce have like, if they do have a good relationship, which I'm assuming that they do, uh, seeing what I see on video and whatever, they have a lot to offer their children in guiding them towards what it takes to have a healthy, stable, and lifelong relationship. So I do think that they could spend more time, instead of just Nina focusing on managing Lance's money and business and behind the scenes stuff and all that. I think that they could uh, share their knowledge about relationships, like tell them like what mistakes they made in the past, picking the wrong people in the past. I think they've been together since they were like real young or something. Uh, I think Bruce is older than Nina, but if they've made like relationship mistakes in the past, even mistakes with each other, they can share that with their children so that so then that their children don't make the same mistakes going forward. And then they can also share on the flip side the good things so that they did to make their relationship better. So then their children see like, oh, this is something good that happened, this benefited their relationship. So then if I do the same thing, it's going to benefit our relationship as well. So that's my thoughts on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about, uh, give me one second to get my thought in my head. So the last thing that I think, and I haven't watched like their videos in a while, so they're the videos that I'm referencing in my head, I haven't watched them in a while, so I could be wrong, or I could be missing out on some stuff that I should add to this video or whatever. But the last thing I wanted to bring up is with Lizzy saying like, oh, everything's about Lance. It's always about Lance. Now I want to have my life focus on me and I want to focus on my YouTube channel and everything like that. I think, I don't want to say this like the wrong way, but I think like there's a lot of stuff with like feminism encouraging women to work and and not be part of a relationship, to be more independent and not rely on men for money or to provide for them or take care of them and stuff like that. I don't want to get too much into that because a lot of my thoughts on it are like kind of controversial, I guess. I mean, like some stuff like this has nothing to do with Lizzy and Lance or any of that, but like when women get pregnant and whatever, they're gonna have to rely on men to provide for them and take care of them because they can't really work while having the baby. Not if they want like a healthy birth and all that. And then like children need, I think it's 2 or 3 years after they're born of bonding with their mother to develop a healthy and secure relationship with their mother and stuff like that. This is just like other stuff, but I do think there's like it could be possible there's like this empowered woman thing that which I guess was like egged on by Lance working so much, then that like influenced Lizzy like, oh, if everything's about Lance, then it's my time to have everything about me and all that. So I think that Lance's working so much contributed to Lizzy thinking that way, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's just my thoughts on why they broke up. Hopefully that's useful to someone, uh, to where Lance doesn't give up on love. No one sees like, oh, Lizzy's a cheater or whatever. Like and then just like write off relationships because, oh, all relationships eventually fail or whatever. And that's not the case. They don't all eventually fail. Like you have to constantly be connected to your partner. You have to problem solve together. You have to pick a good partner in the first place that has like the same goals and values and beliefs as you, and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment, leave all that stuff. But take care, guys. Thank you and goodbye. I guess a couple bonus things that I wanted to include in this video, because I don't really want to talk about Lance's relationship in future videos, or his family's relationships and stuff. One thing that I noticed, I remember one video Bruce said to Nina like, "Oh, your breath stinks" or whatever, and then so she's like has like a little toothbrush or something in her purse to uh, to fix her breath because she wants Bruce to be attracted to her. So I think that's like a healthy thing that couples do, is they want to be their partner to be attracted to them, and do stuff to keep that attraction. Another thing that I see with Sabrina, let me blow my nose real quick. Another thing that I see with Sabrina, and I'm not saying this to like make fun of her or anything. Hopefully this is helpful. Like I said, uh, it seems like when the family is together, Sabrina doesn't really know how to interact. Like when Lance and his grandmother and Nina and Bruce are all like joking and making fun of each other, then Sabrina wants to be included in all that because she sees like everyone having a good time and connecting with each other. And I think Sabrina doesn't know how to do that. So then that's when she says like something stupid, for the lack of a better term. I don't want to say like stupid, but because I used to do this as well. Like I guess like off topic would be like a better way of putting it. Like I would see like all my friends having fun, and I'd be sitting there like thinking like, oh, I want to be included in this. So then I just like make like a weird noise out of attention to get attention, or say like some stupid joke, or like act out in some weird way. And that came from me not being socialized with that. And so I don't know like what's going on with her depression and anxiety and stuff. Like I can't guess on all that, and she's not on camera. I haven't talked to her enough about that, or I haven't talked to her at all about that, obviously. But that's like just another thing that I noticed that I wanted to point out. So, all right, that's it. Take care, guys. Thank you, and goodbye.